Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ryan Data, aka Data Ryan. I'm on Twitch and Twitter on the Hashira podcast, where we talk all things anime and nerd. And we're putting up an episode this week in time for spoiler season because now we want to know what you guys think of what our specific Hashira, Black by Nature 66, and Nobunaga Deno thought of chapter 1056 of One Piece. Things have been getting pretty interesting, I think, in the One Piece verse, and so these two Hashira decided to dispute that amongst themselves in a meeting of the Pillars. So let us know what you think about the current events of One Piece after hearing their thoughts in the comments below. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you can always be a part of the conversation and so that other people can be a part of the conversation as well. Also, if you put a comment down below, we might be able to read it in the next episode or even have a conversation about it. So please do that. So let me know what you think. Enjoy the episode.
I'd like to begin with a fact.
So beginning of chapter was kind of slow. It wasn't really anything like that big up until later on when these guys, they showed them on the ship. And I don't know if you actually caught this, but with Momonosuke, I mean, I'm not sure if a lot of people caught this or not, but when Momo was calling out to them, he actually was calling them in the order in which they joined the ship. So he went like from Zoro all the way down, and then he said Yamato last. So that kind of more so solidified her as a part of the crew.
But joining right there.
Yeah, in order in which every straw had joined.
Like I noticed it, but I didn't notice it to say like in that sequence. But that's nice to pick up like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Oda did that like specifically or he's just trying to be clever or whatnot, but I thought that was cool.
Honestly, if being that's how Oda is, he likes to, like I said, he likes to throw in little hints like that. So right. I would think that officially sets off, Yamato joining.
But I think like moving forward in the chapter, like I said, with them being on the ship, obviously they're all about to separate, and they had the little back and forth on the ship. And Luffy does acknowledge himself as being an emperor now, which is pretty cool. He's like, "Yo, I'm the emperor. I should be the one to choose where we're going." Right.
Right.
I thought that was pretty dope. After that, obviously, Kid and Luffy got into it. Then he was like, "Yeah, you might be an emperor, but this is the most annoying." Then boom, biggest news of the chapter.
Yeah.
And I know it's been spoiled all week, but it was good to see it finally. Buggy's crew, which is, I guess, mainly comprised of him, Crocodile, and Mihawk.
Mihawk.
I don't know. What do you think about that, actually?
Zoro said something that kind of hinted at Mihawk, where once he's seen it, he was like Mihawk, and he was like, he wouldn't take Mihawk to join.
Yeah, he was like,
so
that doesn't make sense.
Basically, it has to be something. Has to be like we would have to officially see it. Maybe like it's an instance where all of them are fighting together, and it's just like everyone just assumed that they're a part of the same crew, and then like when you see it, it's like yo, I'm not a part of this crew. Like we was just there fighting. The breeze was coming after us.
Yeah. I can see that because everybody was in the same boat. Obviously, it's just different people chasing them. And Buggy was his own like captain, living under his own facade. All these dudes, his whole crew, how they treated him like he was the king of kings. But I could see that being the case. And Mihawk probably not talking up, just being that kind of silent guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like his personality is like more like himself, so that's why Zoro kind of hinted like I don't see that crap happen. So, and Luffy's stupid ass self even says like, "Yo, that dude's a moron." So listen, when you got Luffy calling you a moron,
right? Exactly.
It has to be something. It's like it's ridiculous. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like the whole Buggy being the emperor is just like accidental, just like with the whole situation where how he got to build up his crew in Marineford. A lot of people didn't know that he knew Shanks prior, so that the way he was talking to Shanks, like yelling at him, screaming at him, and all the grunts is looking like, yo, he's talking to Shanks, one of the emperors. Oh my god, I'm gonna follow you because you're able to talk to him like that. A lot of people must respect and fear you. So
and then they also find out that he was a former pirate on Roger's crew as well. So
exactly. So like I said, on paper it makes it seem like he's that guy.
Right.
But
No,
when on
I hear that.
reality, whatever. That's what I'm saying. It might be different than what it seems. And well, my take. I'm gonna start with my take on the chapter. I'm gonna have to agree like 6.5, 7. It's two things in the chapter that kind of stood out to me. First being, if I'm not mistaken, his name is Caribou.
Yeah. He was actually there the whole time.
The whole exactly like, I mean, he's like, when he said, "Oh, they have, Poseidon is here too." I have to tell someone about it. So who is that someone that he's reporting to?
That's two very mysterious things that happened in that chapter. And that's one of the two.
Right. And the other thing is where Law gave the kid in Killer the copy of the poneglyph. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to prepare for like the man in fire or something like that."
Well, so props to Law for doing that, because he says it's actually part of yours too. He didn't have to give it to him. He didn't have to say shit, and he could have just taken it from himself.
Right. Absolutely.
So that was like an honorable thing from Law. He gets a little bit of props from that. But
absolutely,
it was Kid and Killer talking, and that was like the I guess the main, well, not the main thing, but one of the biggest things, especially to end the chapter with too, was they said the man that was the man of the flames or something like that.
Man marked by the flames or something like that.
Yeah, man marked by the flames.
Yeah,
and I was sitting there like, who the hell could this be?
Who is that? Yeah, who is that?
Obviously, I'm pretty sure Law knows who it is, because he kind of just like stayed quiet and he kind of like looked away the whole time and didn't want to say anything. Luffy was he was like kind of confused. The Kid's like, well, if you guys don't know who that is, we already have like a head start pretty much.
Yeah, we got a head start, whatever. So I'm like, whoa, who is that? And it has to be someone tough, because like if Killer's saying like, yo, we got to prepare for.
Yeah.
Like Kid was like, yo, we gotta, prepare for him. Like we don't even have like intel. We don't have enough intel to go off of, going after him or going seeking whatever it is.
Yeah, I really I sat down for a little bit and was trying to figure out who they could potentially be talking about. I couldn't really come up with anyone. I mean, it's definitely not Sabo. They talk about the poneglyph, and then they're talking about like that guy immediately after. So I started to think like maybe it's a brand new character for one that Oda has not introduced yet, and I was starting to think that, I know this is probably a stretch, but it could be somebody from Ohara, where Robin is from, because they killed that dude. That was his name, Dr. Clover, because he knew too much. The Gorosei wanted to kill him because he knew way too much about that stuff, about the Void Century, about the
Void Century, and
he was able to read the poneglyphs and all that stuff. And obviously, Robin was supposed to be the only person that escaped from there. But when they call in the Buster Call and they torched that whole island, I feel like maybe somebody else would have survived. That was actually ridiculous. And that whole place went up in flames, so maybe he was scarred by some type of flames, and maybe he's from Ohara. I don't know.
Probably.
But that would be cool, because like I said, they were well known for being the people that could read that ancient text. So, and that's the reason why they're after Robin in the first place now, because she's like the sole survivor of that place, and they're afraid of her, I guess, her capabilities right now. So
it's something that the Gorosei know, that I guess when like basically it's like a secret, I want to say like a secret message in all the rope poneglyphs, like when you're able to read it, like it's something bigger than what it is, that only Robin could be able to like read it. Right. So that's why I was like, come on now, they got the hard on for her, bro. Like you feel me? Like,
that was like one of the main things. Well, for CP0 when they got there, it was like, yo, captured Nico Robin. Right.
So even with that, like, where are they? Are they still on the island? Did they leave? Like,
I really think they left, because that dude got scared between that fight between Luffy and Kaido. Remember?
Yeah, Kaido smoked them.
Yeah, so I don't really know what happened to the rest of them.
So let me ask you a question. Now that we know that Pluton is under Wano, do you think it's Pluton that's causing the natural disasters, like all the whirlpools and stuff that is because it's for some reason that's like why is that the water so treacherous? And
I guess now that when you look at the geography that they showed, like, so here's basically here's Wano, and they built these walls around it, and the rainfall filled. So I guess you have to. I guess the way that they traverse that is going up the long sides of these walls so they can get in to that water and then finally move in towards and go towards Wano. And that's probably a weird way of me trying to explain that, but I'm assuming because you have to go up, it's pretty much just a straight wall, you know, you're like going up straight up, like I guess that would be like a 90-degree. But other than that, aside from the whirlpools, I'm not sure why all that stuff is the way it is. Maybe there is some after effects from like this Pluton, you know, sitting down low.
Down there, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it's activated, but like the walls is like containing it. That's why it's, you know.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. Actually, it's supposed to be known as the worst warship or something like that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I wish they would go ahead and take that though. That would be so slick. I guess there's a lot to consider, especially like you said with Caribou. Of course, Oda leaves it with another hidden person. Well, 2 hidden people this chapter. Man marked by the flames and whoever Caribou is talking about.
Right.
I hate that character so much, honestly. It's so lame.
What the hell?
Yeah. I wish we got a little bit more info on this whole Buggy crew too, man. I would like to see how they interact with one another and what exactly they're doing. Oh, I mean, they're like, we missed a vital point. I got you, Maurice. Was them actually putting bounties on the Marines' heads, like that in itself is crazy. Like now you guys, and like it's just pretty much
even that I feel like it's accidental. Like even that I feel like it's accidental. Like when they're fighting the Marines and it, like Buggy just screams out like, "Oh, you like, you know, you're putting bounties on us. How about we put bounties on y'all?" And then all of a sudden that they just take that and spread it, and, you know, and take that and run with it.
But you also got to think, like, these guys, Mihawk or whoever, they're all former pirates too. So it's just like, all right, you guys made this agreement with us, and all of a sudden you scratch the whole deal. And Mihawk, being the man that he is and as powerful he is, you're like, oh, all right, y'all want to go ahead and bring all this, you know, shit and end it, make my life more, I guess, trouble than what it is. I'm about to just start taking y'all up. So.
But Mihawk is that. Oh, then again, Mihawk is known, but he's known. Like I don't know, like Mihawk is too smooth, bro. Like
nah, he is. Look at him. The dude's.
That's the thing. He's too smooth. I don't like even too smooth to talk tough. You feel me? Like
you don't need to.
If you step to him, like you sure you want to do this? You attack him.
Man has the black blade.
Like that's how it is. Like he's not. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like the one to like.
His boat is literally just a chair surrounded by a little, you know, whatever float. I'm just gonna call it a floaty. It's just a chair on a floaty, and he's just sitting there. He's like, "What are y'all gonna do?"
You gotta respect it. Yeah, you gotta respect it.
He
so
swings
it's just
his sword
like I said,
one time. It's splitting.
I'm sticking with that, man.
Like, that's the thing. It's just like, yo, y'all pissed me off because you want to go and you want to pull this on me. Like, come on, bro. I was helping y'all out the whole time, and y'all want to flip the whole thing. So I got you.
I just feel like Buggy was just chatting bare nonsense.
There's got to be some comedy that comes to Buggy, obviously. You know, there's something that just doesn't really add up.
It has to be.
And he's always, obviously, the clown is just like things work out in his favor, but in the weirdest ways. So
right.
I got you. Yeah, for sure. I believe that too. I mean, but Crocodile, that's a whole nother monster right there. Is just, I mean. And I mean, other than that, I can't wait to have more information on that or see where they are at and what they're doing exactly, because who knows, they might be trying to take down an admiral or something like that, or take it even further. Who knows?
Yeah. So like they're probably fighting the like the Marines.
And that kind of works hand in hand with the same goal as the revolutionaries. So
right.
Who knows?
I don't think does Buggy want the One Piece? Yeah, he does. It's treasure. Never mind.
I mean, we can't say the same for everybody, because I don't think everybody has the same goal. I don't think like Mihawk is on there. I don't think he gives a shit about that. I think what was it? Crocodile's original goal was, I think he was talking about an ancient weapon or something like that. That's.
I think he wanted the ancient weapon. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just. Or maybe their whole crew is just a bunch of BS, and like you said, it's just they were just there helping each other out, or something happened.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Some sheer coincidence, and boom.
Right.
I would also like to see the rest of the people that were that did have the title of warlord and what they're currently up to. Or maybe some of them did get captured. Maybe Boa got captured. Maybe whoever else.
Nah, he can't capture Boa.
Also, the end of the chapter was cool because Yamato was like, finally time for me to be like Odin and be
and set out
travel. That was cool. I think she's a great addition to the squad for sure. With her being as powerful as she is, and all the fan service, I would say, yeah, it was cool to end it like that. It was a solid chapter. It did have some pretty good information, and I did like the whole buggy thing. I thought that was the coolest thing in the chapter to me. And once again, Oda just is leaving us with more mystery. So,
all right, guys, that's it for today. That's gonna be our review on chapter 1056. Again, this is us checking out Hashira Podcast, Black by Nature, Nobunaga Dono. See you guys next week.
And since we didn't go live, please comment in the comment section. We'd like to know your thoughts as well. Peace.
Wow.
So there you have it. That's been their thoughts on 1056. Please don't forget to check out Deem's Theories. He is on his TikTok at BlackByNature66. Also, please give him a follow on Twitter, where he also goes over Deem's Theories, and follow Nobunaga to know and the other pillars here from the Hashira Podcast. So find out all things that we're talking about, all the news that we're into, and everything that's going on over here. Hope to see you at the next episode and at the next meeting of the pillars. Don't forget, always try to join the conversation and stay nerdy, my friends. Johnny.